Good morning. I'm not in Regina. I am in currently the Marriott, downtown Marriott in Saskatoon, and I'm going to take a walk out from here to cross the Broadway Street Bridge and just take a bit of a walk around Saskatoon. And why am I in Saskatoon? Because it's by the way, if you want to see the downtown Marriott, this is the lobby. It was renovated since I was staying here every night while I was writer in residence in Saskatoon. Out this way. I think rather than go straight across the bridge, I will take a turn to downtown so I can come over to the Bessborough. Then I'll go along Spadina a little bit and then over the bridge, I think is the plan. So, this is Saskatoon. I'm here for Sask Expo, a sort of Comic Con style convention that I sell books at. And this is new. They weren't building this when I was staying here back in 2020. So the bridge is over there in the river. We'll cross over there in a few minutes, but we'll go down this way first, so we can take a good look at the Bessborough Hotel. I'm only going to do one walk in Saskatoon while I'm here, because this is the only day when I have the time. The convention starts at 3 o'clock is when the doors open for super fans. Opens for the general public at 4:30. And then runs tomorrow and Sunday from 9:30 to 6 tomorrow, 9:30 to 5 on Sunday. They've had this sign here that they're going to build this for years. There's a fancy barbershop over there. It's too bad I don't need a haircut. So yeah, back just before the pandemic started, I was coming up here every week as writer-in-residence at the Saskatoon Public Library. That got cut short in March 2020. Why am I getting unstable internet when I should be on 5G? That's a surprise. Hopefully temporary. Oh, windy, which is unfortunate. I'll probably stick my contacts at some point. There's the Bessborough, one of the grand old railway hotels. And a Saskatoon landmark for sure. Familiar because there's a big truck there that I used to run into trucks at that spot whenever I walk from the hotel to the library. But if I'm going to the library, I just keep on down this way, about 3 blocks. It would take me there. This is Hudson's local pub. So then when you come around the corner here, you get a really good view of the Bessborough. Right down there. There we go. It stands at the head of the street here. Or the foot of the street, I guess, depending. If you figure north is... I don't actually know where north is. I'm always turned around in Saskatoon. I'm walking towards the sun, but it is almost noon, so it's hard to be sure. Anyway, that's the Bessborough. This is kind of the main downtown street then. If you go down to the other end is Midtown Plaza, which is kind of the big downtown mall. This is the Saskatoon Club. I remember eating in here way back when I was at the Science Center. We were meeting with sponsors, I think. I think back then it was still like a men's club. Hadn't really opened up to women yet. That was back in the early 90s. Or late 80s even. Yeah, here you go. The Grand Hotel. Bessborough. We'll go over and then walk over towards the bridge from here. I'll be back here not too long and staying at the Bessborough. So it's also a Marriott. So this is a Marriott, and the one I'm staying at, which we'll see back again in a minute, is a Marriott. They call it a Delta, but it's a Marriott. There you go. That's the front of the Bessborough. A bit like the Hotel Saskatchewan, but grander. Grand old place. All right, now we'll walk along the park here. There's the South Saskatchewan River in the distance. Regina has a lake. Saskatoon has a river. I have to take a minute here and pull my belt in another notch. I've lost so much weight since Christmas. I've had to put 2 notches in my belt. It was deliberate, don't worry, I'm not ill. I've lost 20 pounds since Christmas, so. Why did the horizon suddenly decide to go wonky? I think the cord caught on something. We take a down into the park. We don't have to walk right along the street here. I would imagine the river is quite high this time of year. Come on, horizon. Smarten up. I hate it when it's crooked and there's nothing I can do to fix it. A lot of geese and such like, as you would think. I guess we could go over and walk right along the river bank itself. To be a bit more scenic. See, it should be like that. But it insists it wants to be tilted. This will get us a good view of the bridge there in a minute. There's a rather grand bandstand here. Oh, maybe the horizon finally got it figured out. Maybe it's the weight of the thing is confusing it. I don't know. So that's the Broadway Street Bridge. That's what we're going to be walking over. The Vimy Memorial Bandstand, it says. So it must have been built to mark the Battle of Vimy Ridge in the First World War. Saskatoon is a bit bigger than Regina. They used to be very similar in size, but Saskatoon has grown more than Regina has. So I think it's about 240,000, I think. So my hotel that I'm staying in is over there. The shorter of those 2 buildings. The one that says Delta Hotel is at the top of it, oddly enough. Yeah. Now to get over to where we get on the bridge, I have to go this way. And get across this corner up here. Fortunately, the ground is dry. I can actually walk in the grass. I might take this with me to the convention and do a walk through at the convention, maybe. Again, it's getting, the gimbal seems to be struggling here. So we got to get on the bridge. To do that, I got to go down there to those stairs right there. I really like to pull my belt in a notch, but I don't think I can do it with one hand, so I'm kind of stuck. Can I do it with one hand? I'm afraid if I try, I'll end up with no belt at all. guess I'll hope for the best. I don't think my jeans will fall down. Okay, this is the Broadway Street Bridge. This will take us over the South Saskatchewan River and up Broadway, which is kind of the funky, artsy, small shops street. It's a bit like 13. When I come back, I'll go over that bridge over there. It's my plan. Which looks like an old bridge, but is actually a new bridge. They took down the old one that looked just like it, as I recall, which was the first bridge in the city, the original one. So there's the river. Why is the gimbal so wobbly this morning? Oh, I didn't balance it before I came out. That's one reason. Hold on a second. That's what's going on. Yeah, it's out of... Okay, that should be better. Sorry for that. It's got to turn sideways. There we go. Back to normal. And I think that'll help. There's a boat. Don't know exactly why. There's a boat. There's a boat. Once upon a time, there were river boats, and you could take passenger trips along the South Saskatchewan River. That was a long time ago. It's just too prone to silting and sandbars and stuff. But there was actually a shipwreck here in Saskatoon. Would have been at the old version of the Victoria Street Bridge there, I think. This boat capsized and people got out by walking along the hull and climbing out. There's a good view of it with the Besbur over there. That's a classic Saskatoon view. Windy though. Not seeing a lot of live people watching me, but I hope my YouTube feed didn't just die back there when I had the uncertain connection. In which case you're watching a recording. Well, the boat's coming back again. I don't quite know what they're doing. Of course, you look back the other way, then you see downtown. Those towers there are all relatively new. It's still strange to see them there. It's uphill going this way, across the river. Another look. The gimbal is still fighting. Maybe the wind too. My plan is to walk up Broadway at least quite a ways, and then go over and come across on the other bridge over there. And then maybe take a turn down by the Persephone Theater. Back in 2007, I was in the first show that opened there, Beauty and the Beast, in their new theater. Christmas 2007. Hard to believe that's coming up on 15 years ago. I kind of hoped it meant I'd be doing more theater, but when the new guy came in, I never got anything from him, and now he's gone. I have auditioned for the new artistic director, both here and in Globe. They did joint auditions. So I auditioned in another good look back at Saskatoon and the South Saskatchewan River. I've been in a condo in that building. They're quite nice. Especially on this side where you have the view. All the walking must be doing some good. This doesn't feel as uphill as I remember it. So yeah, I'll at least go up At least as far as the Broadway Theater, because I have performed there and been to many a show there. And the bulk cheese warehouse. Bought a lot of cheese there. And there's a coffee shop and pastry shop. In fact, I might be... Are they open? Oh, I don't know if I get a chance or not. Maybe on Sunday, if I'm early enough, I might get some croissants or something there to take home. Oh, we're not eating those though. Maybe I won't. And here's a dog. Even in Saskatoon, there was always a dog. I'm planning to build something here, I wonder. There's a sales office. Now, there should be a coffee shop over on the other side, which has been there for a long time, if it's still there. I think so. Broadway Roastery, I think it's called. That one's been there a long time, right over there. Yeah, Broadway Roastery still there. Good to know. There's a school up here on our left. But I'm going to stay on this side so I can go down by the Broadway Theater.
Wait.
So this is Broadway. We have a Broadway in Regina too. This one is more Broadway-ish than that one. If you know what I mean. More interesting. Still not exactly New York Broadway. It does have a theater on it though, as I said. And a restaurant I like a lot, Calories. I might eat there. Maybe on... I could have lunch there today, actually. Then I'd have to stop the walk. And I don't really need the calories, which is funny, because it's called Calories. It used to just be a dessert space. You see all these cool shops along here. A school. I don't remember what it's called. I'll know in a minute. Oh, he's running to get the bus. Victoria School. Okay, that's what it's called. There's even a dog out here in statue form. It used to be an old building there with a pub in it. It's still a pub, but the old one is gone. Lydia's, I think it was called. So I know a lot of these shops quite well.
Yeah, like the philosophy that
They do change over time. There's a pizza place coming up on our left, if I remember right, which is fairly new. There used to be a bookstore here. Oh, this is freshy. Jump.ca, is the pizza place gone? Una, no, this is it. No? Yeah, Una, pizza and wine. I've eaten in there. And then here we go is the Broadway Theater. I performed in an opera here. Into the Light, written by my good friend Rob Urson. And at the time, this was just a dessert place, and we actually, because of a shortage of trailers, we didn't have any dressing rooms. So dressing rooms are kind of in the basement of the theater, but we did our makeup in the kitchen of Calories. I remember that well. Great restaurant. As I said, I might come there for supper on tomorrow night. Would be the time to do that if I did. There's the bulk cheese warehouse over there. And I'm just going to go around the corner here. I don't need to go any further up, which will take us by the little pastry and coffee shop. Oh, Starbucks is over here. Very important. Gonna go this way. Wait. Didn't have to wait very long. That's the bulk cheese warehouse. Then over there is Forno's, I think it's called. Il Secondo. Forno's is a pizza place somewhere else, I think. Il Secondo, so we like that. We get pastries and there quite often. Croissants, that sort of thing. When we're up here. And now there's something in my eye. So back when I was doing Beauty and the Beast at Persephone Theater, I was actually billeted with a woman who lived, I don't know which, down this way. So I would walk along this street quite often and come down to here. I was writing my novel Terra Insegura at the time, my second novel for Daw Books, sequel to Mars Seguro, my first novel for Daw Books. And I would sit in the Starbucks there and do quite a bit of writing. One of the interesting things about that book, if you get hold of it, is that a number of the minor characters' names are actually cast members from Beauty and the Beast. I think there's a Poufal, I remember, and he was playing Lumiere. I remember walking by this church quite often. East Westminster United Church. Artist Workshop. Art show and sale. I like this one because of the white stone really stands out against the red brick. Very attractive. Built to 1927. 1 year after our house, which was built in 26. We go over East Lake Avenue here. Hopefully without getting run over. Downtown, of course, is right down there. So this neighborhood is a bit like the neighborhood I live in Regina, as you'll see, the same era of houses, same styles. If I didn't tell you it was Saskatoon, you could think you were in Regina, but this is Saskatoon. I still haven't seen anybody live on YouTube, so I'm wondering if my YouTube feed went down. Facebook seems to be working. Nobody has said hello, but it shows me somebody on Facebook, but nobody on YouTube. So I just wonder if the YouTube feed went down. Too bad if so, but the recording will be there in a little while. So I don't remember exactly where that house was I lived in. She had a basement suite, so it was, and she often rented that out to the theater for visiting artists like myself. I remember walking along here quite often, and even when I lived, the first time I did a Persephone show, which was way back, 2000, Who Has Seen the Wind? We were still in the old Persephone Theater, which was a converted school and is quite a ways from here. But I lived on Broadway with somebody from the theater who made a room available for artists. Now I think this will take us down to the bridge, I believe. Or is it one more? Oh, we'll go this way and find out. Now, I haven't crossed this new version of the Victoria Bridge, but I'm assuming there's a foot component. There was on the old one. And I would walk across it going to rehearsals. Once you get across, pretty close to the theater, as you'll see when I do it. I think it's still one block over before I reach the bridge. Yeah, it's not here. Or is it? Oh, no, there it is. Road just curves. Looks like there's a footpath on both sides, I think. So if that's the case, I'm going to be on the other side. This is a pedestrian crossing, so this is a good place to cross over.
Yellow light car flashing.
It's quite an uphill ride if you were going to come on your bike. I got dust in my eyes, which is annoying, but I knew that was going to happen with the wind blowing the way it is. Okay, now we're walking back towards downtown. So again, my hotel is over there. The shorter of those two tall buildings is the hotel I'm staying in. You can see the Bessborough again. South Saskatchewan River. The North Saskatchewan River goes through Edmonton. And Prince Albert in Saskatchewan. Quite steeply downhill here. Well, this is, it's certainly a step up. The old Victoria Bridge had wooden planks on the footbridge side that you could look down through the cracks to the river far below. And there's those new skyscrapers, such as they are for Saskatchewan. They'd be pretty small in, say, New York or Toronto, but. And then the theater and the Rimé Art Gallery is over there, which is where we'll walk by. As I continue this walk. How long has it been to here? 27 minutes? Oh yeah, this will work out about right. Oh yeah, this is far broader. It was quite narrow and it had wooden... airport's in that direction, you might be able to tell from the jet. There's the bridge we just went up on the first leg of the journey. Broadway Bridge. It's one of the older ones. It was built in the 30s, I believe. I think that was the one that was kind of a Depression era make-work project to a certain extent. Then there's the University Bridge, which I think is the older one, which is further down. We would have seen it from the other bridge. This was the oldest one, but again, this is not the old bridge. This is a brand new bridge made to look like the old bridge. I don't know if these are the original girders, just for decorative purposes as much as anything. Possibly. But I suspect they're new too, at least for the most part. There you go, and then that's quite a new bridge over there, the Mooring Highway Bridge. I don't even know what it's called. And that's the Rimé Art Gallery and Persephone Theater that we'll walk by in a minute. This is still wood, but it's not those old planks that you could look down under. Let's see, here's a little bit about the original traffic bridge, they called it. So I'll pause that there long enough that you can take a screenshot and read it if you want. Has character. I really think my YouTube isn't working. If you're on YouTube, say hi. But I know you're not, because I have a little 0 next to the YouTube signal. But I have a 1 next to the Facebook symbol. Another little historical, there's a couple of them here. Talking about how before there were bridges, you could wait 6 hours to cross the river in Saskatoon. So bridges, it's called the Bridge City for that very reason. I mean, any city that's built on two sides of a river, bridges are important. Hey, there's my brother Dwight. Had to check twice. There's a Dwight Williams that follows, and thought it was going to be that Dwight, but no. First time live. Yeah, I still find it odd that these buildings are here. They weren't here when, back in 2007 when I was doing Beauty and the Beast. Well, that was short. Goodbye. We'll go down this way. There's also a nice walkway right down by the river, down there, which I could go down to. Maybe I will. More interesting than walking up here. There's an alt hotel there. I mean, if I go down, I have to climb again. Yeah, maybe I'll stay up here. Statue. Again, for some reason, the gimbal doesn't like the weight of the cord, so I'm going to try to pick that up a little bit. Oh, is that a 1 on YouTube? No, it still says 0. So I don't think YouTube is working. So when I did Beauty and the Beast, Persephone Theater was, oh yes, Saskatoon, if you did not know, is where Joni Mitchell is from originally. What was I saying? When I did Beauty and the Beast, Persephone Theater was brand new, and so it was all that was here. But since then, they've built the Reme Modern Art Gallery, which is very cool. World-class art gallery. And so it's kind of on the back of what is the Persephone. So the sort of darker part here is the gallery. The whole thing is called the Reme Art Center. And Persephone Theater is sort of that curving glass part there. Which was so new when we were there that when we were there in Beauty and the Beast that the construction work was still going on. They barely got it ready for opening night. The dressing rooms were not done in any fashion. They were very bare, concrete. But it worked. And we did the show. It was a great success. It was over Christmas. It was a lot of fun. There you go. Reme Art Center. Over here is the Alt Hotel. I can't remember which of these had been built when I was here, but this is mostly new. This is a cool building, the effect of the way they've done the glass on this side. This is so weird. I'm going to go down this way. It's like, I feel like I'm in an original Star Trek episode with the weird buildings. Futuristic buildings they would have been, certainly in 1967. Oof. Never walked down in here. I don't know if I can get through or not. Yeah, I can go through here. This has a RPC, Royal Bank sign on it. And from here, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump back to the hotel. So it'll actually be a fairly short walk. I thought it'd be longer than that. I guess I could have gone all the way down to the end of Broadway, but oh well. I'll be on my feet for 6 hours tonight at the show, so even though I won't be walking, I will still be doing something. Wasson Authority there. I mean, I could walk back downtown, but I think I'll just go back to the hotel. Hopefully the room service is done.
Wait.
I guess this is the front of it. 409 East. So again, that takes you downtown. This is 3rd Avenue. I ate at a place called Aiden's, which is not too far down that way, yesterday. Oh, I'm actually still one street over. I should have crossed over to the other side. Oh well. I have to cross, and I pretty much have to do it here, so. And a jogger. I've had my dog and my jogger. And there's my hotel.
Wait.
Not my personal hotel, just the one I'm staying in. When I leave town, I just go down this road and it takes me right onto the, whatever they call it here. It's not the ring road. They don't call it the ring road. That's Regina term. I don't think they call it the ring road. Maybe they do call it the ring road. One thing in Saskatoon is you see a lot more Volvos because they have a Volvo dealership. This is where we bought our Volvo. There's a Volvo coming up here. That's what made me think of that. Once you drive a Volvo, you can recognize them a mile away. Is this a slightly older version? The tail doesn't look quite the same as ours, but I think it's an it's an XC90. That's one reason. That's the bigger SUV. Ours, we have the XC60. We see the grille. Oh, and it's one of the newer ones too. And there's Broadway Street Bridge again. Quite a lovely day. Certainly could have walked further, but I think I'll call it quits since I will be, as I said, standing up for 6 hours tonight. Doors open for the superfans at 3, general public at 4:30, and it's open till 9 tonight. So I hope the restaurant and the hotel is still open when I come back for supper. Since I won't eat before I go, and I'd rather not eat concession stand food. I'm going to have lunch here shortly. So I don't know what they're building here. Well, a building, I know that. I don't know what it's for. Well, hardly anybody walked with me live, which kind of surprised me, but it is an odd time for me, I admit. So, if you saw this, you probably watched the replay. And I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going in there. I'll wait and stop when I get to the other side. One more look downtown. walking in Saskatoon today instead of walking in Regina. Oh, and then of course the bridge. If we had gone out this way, we would have gone around that curve there and over the bridge. Instead, I went down to the park first. The Bessborough is a landmark. Pops up everywhere. Quite distinctive. I'll be back down here again in June, up here. Spring, the magazine of emerging writers in Saskatchewan that I'm managing editor and prose editor for, is holding its launch here on June 17th. So I presume this is the hotel we'll be staying in that they're putting us up in. All right, I will stop here then. So thanks for walking with me, and I'll be off now at Sask Expo. Probably won't walk again until Monday, when it'll be back on a more normal schedule along the creek. So that's it for now. Goodbye.